now the mother ain't nothing. I've been always feeling like the one. These others, I'ma show 'em how it's done. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was do what it wasn't running, made it to the top floor, but we started from the go.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Rio Elvis Jr. gonna make y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I guarantee you Rio gonna make them like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers.
God.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
How you not run? Everybody else can run. With the offensive line, but
Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon, so happy to be with you to kick off this.
But to be honest, he supposed to have the starting spot last year over
Should have. He was supposed to.
So now this offense
he was the one who was next up.
They will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
After Moster got hurt, then Wilson got hurt. And you on there. What you waiting on? Man, triple.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Push the fullback all the way. Not me now. Right?
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
How the hell he get back with the line?
Is he?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Play action. Now it's Lance.
Lance.
And this is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 34 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback,
he's the best.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Man, some shit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
To the Super Bowl. They're going to carry his ass to the next.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Pick him up for Jimmy G.
These two teams all tied after one.
Trash him. Can't wait to trash the young buck.
From the 41, Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lance now to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
7 rushes.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You still on your first gun?
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
My boy, he heard with the snap it and
second and goal.
Snap it out, that.
They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the 49ers have moved out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they rolled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
That's how you gotta say his name.
Rio. Behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so
after
the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Touchdown! That's caught. Deebo Samuel, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July.
What the heck is that?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first down, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This time they stay on the ground. They find some open field here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quick.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play. 2nd and 5 now. Lance. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. back to throw. Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
You gotta pull the paper halfway back. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown!
God, you guys see that shit, man. Come on,
Brandon Ayuk, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. hands it off out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Now I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Samuel bring it in the slant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Fights loose, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. Again, a 13 yards. And a 49er 1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. A nice little juke. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, nice move. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, it's a victory in the debut of Trey Lance as an NFL quarterback. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.